Oh my god, I can't believe I did it. I can't believe what I just did. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NHL GM Mode commentary series right here in the Armchair GM Sports Network, your source for North American sports coverage by sports fans, for sports fans, and I can't believe what I just did. I'm pulling a rookie move here, guys. I pulled a rookie move here. I'm new to this streaming. I'm new to doing this NHL GM Mode commentary series. I hope you guys can forgive me for this, but yeah, I screwed up big time. 2 videos. I'm not kidding you. 2 videos where I have my streaming software mixed up. You know what? And I've decided I'm going to be, after this video, I'm going to be fixing it because I use my recording software for 2 different things. I use it for this game footage, and I also use it for the podcast. And now there's a certain setting that when I switch it, it's a black screen and you guys can't see anything. You guys saw the one problem I had a few videos ago with the zooming thing, and I had nothing to do with that. But this is a completely different problem where I didn't see it at first, and I should have looked. It was my bad. I should maybe have had a little bit more coffee, but I'll show you guys what happened. So here we go. This is what happened in the 2 recordings that I just did. Signed Laurent Brossoit as a 79 overall backup goalie just to help with that, and as a depth, I guess, goalie now that goalie injuries could happen as well. And I had to sim a few days. We simmed through... so as you can see, that's what it was for 2 videos. I kid you not, 2 videos long, and I had to step away from my computer. I almost threw it through the freaking window. That was like almost 2 hours of footage that I just crapped out on, and so I do apologize for that, guys. But this video is not going to be as long because I'm just going to give you a rundown because I need your help with this team. I'm calling you guys out. You are my armchair GM guys, and I'm calling you guys out. So this is what I need you guys to do. So I need you guys to help me restructure this team. Actually, you know what? First, let's go through what you guys missed in the last two videos. So we'll do the season first. How about that? Season was a successful one. We had 1 win more than last season, which we had 51 wins. And I'll let you guys know, like, we'll go in this timeline here. So October, we start out hot. Very, very good October. From October to January, we are a very solid team. More wins than losses. We're in first place a lot of the times. We did very, very well. It was our AHL team that was struggling. They had about 1,500 injuries. I kid you not, every other week there was an injury in the AHL. It was annoying. It made the first video go forever. Now, when we got to January, it's like the AHL team gave us the bug. We started getting injuries, and it was killing us. And we had a big one. It was around February. The beginning of February is when, I believe it was right here, this second week is when Colby Wellwood went down with a injury, and he was due back April 1st. So we're on February 8th. The reason due back until April 1st, so we had to go and acquire a goalie. And I'll show you guys who we acquired when we get there. So I went and traded for a goalie. I picked up an extra depth forward on waivers. So we were doing all right. So, we're struggling a little bit with losses, but we ended up getting some W's and some losses, but we were in a good spot. So I knew we were going to make the playoffs, and we actually had a strong end of the season. So we went all the way to Boston with a 4-1 win, getting 51 wins. Now, also at the deadline, I forgot to mention that we did pick up an extra defenseman. Morgan Riley was on the trade block, so I picked him up for our bottom 4 D pairing to interchange wherever he needed to go or in case there was an injury. So he was a big pickup for us as well, and he only had 1 year left on his contract. So we made the playoffs, and we got into the playoff series with the Vancouver Canucks, and I should have kept the calendar up there. So I was excited. I mean, they on paper they had a way worse record than us. They finished barely into the playoffs. We finished first in the conference. You know what? Let me show you guys that. So I'll show you guys in perspective of how we ended the season. So let me just do that first. I'll show you guys Terestenko finishing with 81 points. I know I said that I would trade him maybe if there was the spot to, but you know what? His production showed that I shouldn't have traded him, and he almost got 40 goals. So he did wonder for us in the season, and everyone else, contributed where they needed to contribute. Pinelli with his highest point season for us with 60 points, proving that he's going to be our top number 1 center of the future. Morgan Riley down there, 50 points. And then here's what happened. So, yeah, Morgan Riley is a guy we acquired. So, as for the guy we picked up on waivers, we picked up Josh Bailey. So, he was a big pickup for us as a depth forward. As for goalies, Colby Wellwood came back April 1st. He was fully healthy. A couple games later, ends up breaking his ankle, and he'll be out for the entire playoffs. So I was very upset with that. But Tristan Jari is a goalie we went and picked up at the deadline as well. 84 overall, 30 years old, 1 year left on his deal, and he was on their trading block. So I'm like, you know what? got to take him. He should be able to help us for the rest of the season and for the playoffs. And we had Laurent Brossoit having a pretty good year as a backup in there with his save percentage and goals against average. So I was pretty confident, as you could see, going into the playoffs. I mean, we had 51, 26, and 5 record, finishing first in the conference. Vancouver barely making it in with 92 points with a 43 and 33 record. So I'm like, okay, so you know what? We have the advantage on them on paper, stat-wise and team stat-wise, and I'll show you guys their lineup that they had in our playoff series. So this was interesting. If we'll go over to Vancouver, they ended up signing Aatu Räty for 2 years. They have Elias Pettersson, Vrana, Shiri, Simone, Rose. Not really the strongest second line, but look at their bottom 6. 83 overall sod. Dvorak, 84. Miller, 86. Virtanen, 81. Horvat, 86. And Miles Wood there, 80 to round it out. Now, their bottom 6, you say, is probably a little bit better than their top 6 overall. So it's crazy. So I figured that it's probably all line chemistry. And their defense, nothing too high to scream about. Their first pairing, pretty good. Bottom 4, no, not the greatest. But again, maybe it's line chemistry. And then they had Thatcher Demko in net. So, you know what? I was very confident. I thought, you know what? We can definitely beat the Vancouver Canucks. It might go 6 games. We might end up winning 4 games to 2. But guess what? Was not the case when it came down to this playoff series. I continued to say, guys, we are cursed. And it looks like the curse is still here. We win a big comeback win in Game 1, 5-4. So I was like, you know what? We can still do this. It was late. We didn't score off the bat, but we ended up scoring in the second and third period. We won 5-4. Second game just disappeared. Completely disappeared. We had no scoring from anybody in the first 2 periods. It was all Vancouver. We had some late scoring due to empty net, but that was it. We lost 5-2. So I made some minor changes. We go into that minor change game. We ended up only scoring 1 goal, and it literally was with 10 seconds left with an empty net. So you look at the last 2 games. I'm like, okay, so those 2 games, horrible. We need to make some big changes. I made some big changes. We were having a very good game. Tristan Jari was standing on his freaking head, and we won in overtime. Next game, didn't make any changes. I'm like, you know what? We had a massive game. We did great. I think we can ride the momentum. No, we ended up losing 3-2. Jari let in 3 goals right off the bat. Horrible freaking game. Couldn't even score on Thatcher Demko. He ended up getting the first star. So we go into Game 7. Game 7 where we lose 3-2. And I'll show you guys what I did. You know what? I'm like, it's over. We got to stack the lines. We got to prevent us from losing in Game 6. We got to force Game 7. So I went with Landeskog, Cirelli, Terestenko. I had Logan Brown up here. That's not what I had. But did I give us a plus? No, okay, didn't. So I had Brown. No, I had Pinelli. Yeah, Pinelli with Terestenko and Landeskog. Yarncroc, Cirelli, and Brown. I had forwards back of Carlson in the 4th line. I had Kyle Olsen. No. I tried Kyle Olsen. This is right because I had the +3. So we went like this. And we did. That's not right. This was right. Okay, so I put forwards back. Because it was still +3. I put forwards back on that 4th line. I put Mercer, Cirelli, and Daikiewicz together. So this is what I had for that Game 6. And then I had Riley and Svedberg together. And I scratched Schmidt. I'm not sure why they have. Oh, there was the injury to Howe. So Howe was here, so it wasn't Schmidt. Schmidt did horrible for us. He was a -4 in the playoffs. Wasn't feeling it, so I scratched in the last game. I brought up Lajoie, and I had Howe and Lajoie together with Hickey and Sanderson and Riley and Svedberg. Just couldn't get it done. We only scored 2 goals. Again, they were late goals, and it was all Vancouver. So again, another year where we lose out in the first round, and we're struggling with scoring. We're struggling with getting power play goals. We're just ultimately struggling overall as a team. So I'm making the executive decision, guys. I think we need to blow it up. I can't go into the next season with the same team, even though we have the same overall, like a good overall season record. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter until we have a good playoff. And we could get past the first round. We're basically in like the Maple Leaf rut where we can't get past the first round and have a very good season. So I want to get rid of that rut. So here's what the Armchair GMs, you guys out there, pun intended, comes into play. I want you guys to help me out here. You guys decide, let me know what you think of who should stay and who should go. Help me make this decision. So here are their playoff stats for this year. You guys look at that. You can pause it. Do what you got to do. There you go. And I'll go back up. Let you guys see it a little bit longer. There you go. So you guys decide what forward should stay, what forward should go. Okay, the D was in there, so let me let me redo that. So forwards, here you go. There you go. Pause it if you have to. And defense, and there you go. goalies. Can't really judge Tristan Jari and Brossois. Brossois might keep for another year just as a backup, but Jari was only here on a 1-year contract for fixing the injury. But yeah, he won't be coming back. It'll be Colby Wellwood's spot. So you guys let me know. I think it needs to be blown up. Like, we need to retool this whole team. I'm not going into the next season with the same team and then getting another same result in the first round of losing in the first round. So it needs to be changed, guys. That's why this video is going to be a little bit short. So I want to wait and see what you guys think. So let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you're hitting the like and subscribing too and checking out the other videos. But let me know for sure what you guys think. Who should stay? Who should go? Let me know, and I'll have the next video out. It'll be a longer one in the next video with our big off-season moves and what we need to do. So anyone that doesn't need to re-resign will be gone. Anyone that needs to be traded will be gone as well. So you guys let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching again. I apologize for the mishap for the last 2 videos. I'll make sure I'm doing better with that. But thanks for watching, guys, and let me know. I'll see you guys back here in the next one.